guys, so today we're going to be talking about Me in My Head by Quasi today. This is off the album Field Studies, which is a great album, you should go listen to it. But this song in particular, it's a pretty simple song, but it also sounds really cool. So it's in 6/8, it's in C major, it likes to float around with G major and technically A minor too, but it's pretty solidly in C. And it's based around this looping chromatic chord progression, which I'm going to show you here. And I just played the intro there. So we're going to start out on C. Here we go. We have C, very simple C, nothing usual about it. Go from C. And by the way, the finger picking pattern he does, so this song is in 6/8, remember, so that finger picking pattern is actually taking up 3 notes, not 2. That's why there's the 2 8th notes in there. But that's kind of the finger picking pattern. It's a little weird to get down at first, but once you get it, it also applies to like a whole lot of other things. Like you can basically translate that to any other, like that. Anyway, so we're gonna start on C. I said, I'm gonna go to E, just a regular old E major, no 7th this time. Don't add any 7ths in this because it doesn't sound very good. I'm gonna go to C, F again, no 7th here. I normally do like, but now there's no point in this progression. And I'm gonna go to, this is the first weird chord. You've probably seen it before, so it's not that weird, but it is D sharp over F. Excuse me, it is D over F sharp. This is actually D minor here. But the way you wanna do this, so you can hear it in the song, it's the part that took me the longest to figure out. It goes. So obviously there's this note in between. Like that's clear, nobody needs to figure that out. But the question is, what is he doing in between? And he does this thing where it's like, I'm just gonna have to play it and explain after. Can you see that? So I'm playing the minor 3rd of D, if you wanna relate it to anything else, but here I'm trying to show that. And then we're gonna go right into G. So one more time. If you're not already, by the way, for this D over F sharp, you might think that you should play it with this, your thumb down, and you can, but there's no good reason to. It's really just a flex, especially in this case. It's putting unnecessary strain on your hands, and your thumb isn't just gonna magically be able to do that. It's a bitch, and there's no point in trying to learn it that way. So if you're not already doing it that way, don't do it that way, and just use your middle finger like this. By the way, I got my ring finger pressed down under here too. And that's D sharp over, or D over F sharp, and then we're gonna move on to G. It's a simple G, and then we got G sharp diminished, which is just what I'm calling this chord. Really, it's just G, but moved up a step. And you can get away with sliding the whole G chord, but you should really only slide the top note. So let me explain what I'm doing here. So you can get away with just moving the whole G chord up like this, especially when he's strumming. But if you don't want to do that, what you're actually doing is going to put your pinky down a fret ahead of where it would have been in G. And don't have that because that's part of A major. And then we're going to go to A. 7. This one is the only 7th chord you're going to have in the whole progression. So you go from G to G sharp diminished technically, but don't play like that, play like this. And go to A7, and then we're going to go to G over B here. This is basically, we're just playing this one open note. Maybe you could call it some kind of E as well, I don't know, but it's G over B. And we're back into C. And that's the whole thing. Now, all disconnected, that probably didn't make much sense, but when you put it together, you can really hear how like the chromatic motion works and how this chord progression comes together. So I'm going to play it one more time for you guys. I'm going to strum it just so you can get a better feel for it. You can can see there I did the sliding thing. I'm trying to unlearn that. You shouldn't do it that way, but you can if you want to, and nobody's gonna notice. So that's the main part of the verse. So just real quick, how that works. It goes from C to E. That's obviously an easy transition. And we're going to go chromatic descent all the way up to G. G, we have G sharp, which is the leading tone to get us to A minor. And then it does this kind of weird thing where it just goes back to G, which is acting as our 5, and then brings us back to C. In case you were curious about the theory of that progression. Anyway, so after you do that, that's the main part of the song. You're just going to loop that over and over again. And whenever he first starts, so he's going finger picking, he transitions as soon as you play the first A chord. So he finger picks through the whole thing once, and then once he's doing it the second time, he's G, and then we're strumming in A. So it's kind of a matter of opinion whether or not the chord progression starts at a C or A. Maybe you could definitely argue A or C, but I don't know. But he starts strumming on A, and so I'm going to try to replicate exactly how he plays. So that's the main verse. There is a chorus, and it's very simple as well. So we're just going to play through the verse real quick. So we played through our verse, now we're going to get to our chorus. The chorus is real simple. It's just A, A, F, E. Don't play an E7 there. A, F, E. And that's, I can't remember what he says there. He's like, that's that part. And then he's gonna go, let's see here, I have it in my notes. He goes from A to F to E, and then we're gonna go to D minor. Hang on there for a second, and then we're gonna go to G. And this is one of my favorite parts of the song. So we're on G for a second. Up until this point, it's been. And now we're gonna go to C. We're gonna go C, move C up a chord, C up a fret, excuse me, and up another fret. That's how you do the little slidey up part. So it's just C. I'm just moving the whole shape and keep the open notes at all. For some reason, this C shape just seems to work anywhere on the neck you put it. But just keep those open notes, play it. A little bit of dissonance is good. I'm going to go back to G. So how he does the little that part's pretty simple. So we just got our regular G, and then we have our high G up here. This is a G diminished. I think so anyway, I'm not 100% sure. There's a lot of ways you can do it, but the idea is he goes, we start here, and then we're just going to bring that note down slowly. I'm not sure what notes he plays last. So he plays the open E last. So it's G, F, E, this note. And then we're going to go back into C, I think. And then it just goes back into the verse one more time. Plays the verse one more time, and then we got the chorus another time. The chorus is exactly the same. And then there's a little bridge after the second chorus. And see here, so this is F. There's F. This is like the part that's like, it's kind of like 4/4 motion. I don't even know how to explain it. But, so we're going F, to A, to D major, and don't play D7, D major. So F, to E, to A, to D major, to F, to E, to D minor. I'll hold that out for 2 bars, and then to G for another 2 bars. And that's the whole verse. So play that through one more time. So we're going straight from E to G. And yeah, that's everything. So hopefully this was useful to this, guys. I'm trying to improve the quality of these tutorials a little bit, so this time I plan on putting some of the chord shapes up on the screen. If that helped for you, please let me know if it makes it, or even if it makes it less comprehensible, or other things I can do to make these tutorials easier to grasp. So please let me know in the comments below if this video was useful, you know, all that good stuff. So thank you guys for watching. Hope this could be helpful to you.